It all started innocently enough. I had confided in my new girlfriend, Katie, about how when I was a boy, I would sneak into my mother's bedroom and try on her clothes. She was intrigued, and the next time we got together, she gave me a present, my very own pair of beautiful black lace and satin panties. I was more than a little embarrassed, but I put them on as instructed. She then had me walk up and down the bedroom, giving me directions on how to do a model's strut. She made fun of me, saying, "Oh, what a lovely young lady," and calling me her pretty little sissy. We were being silly together, and the embarrassment faded away. We were in fits of giggles, but it quickly became more flirtatious, then intimate, and we both became so aroused we never made it out of the house that evening as planned. Our lovemaking that night had an intensity that had been lacking up until then, stirring something in both of us. Soon, Katie bought me many pairs of my own panties, and she dared me to wear them under my clothes to work. She would send me emails during the day asking, "Is my lovely young lady wearing her panties?" When I got these emails, it was hard for me to concentrate on my work. Sometimes, when she stayed over at my place, she would insist that I wear her panties to work the next day. I loved that, even more than wearing my own. It made me feel so close to her. Again, she would send me emails asking if I felt naughty wearing Mommy's panties. Oh my. It was all still fun, but things were escalating. Over the coming months, Katie bought me so many fabulous clothes. My wardrobe would have been the envy of any real girl. I had lots of cute dresses, skirts, tops, and heels, but it was all for in the privacy of our own home. The only thing I continued to wear out was panties. There was one thing missing from my wardrobe: a bra. Obviously not having breasts, I really didn't give it much thought. Although I was clearly invested in cross-dressing, I never considered myself transgendered or trying to pass as female. But one day, Katie got me a dress, a pretty sundress that had a simple built-in shelf bra. The way it cupped my chest made me feel like I actually had breasts, and I was smitten. Katie saw my reaction, and she focused in on the next step of her project. She did a lot of searching and found me a bra in a 40A. I loved wearing a bra. It made me feel as if I were getting an all-day hug. We started having conversations about me wearing my bra to work, pushing those boundaries. The bra, with no padding, could be hidden under a jacket or sweater. The possibility was incredibly exciting, but very scary. If I were caught, it could mean the end of my career, and all it would take would be one friendly pat on my back by a colleague feeling a bra strap. Katie is gorgeous, blonde, blue-eyed, and petite, and she won't mind me saying, she has the cutest little boobs. I love them, and she loves the way I lavish attention on them. The thing is, though, they are such a size that it is easy to imagine that I could have them, that they could be mine. I was reveling in exploring my feminine and submissive side, and loved wearing female clothing, but it never occurred to me to alter myself in any way. My body was just, well, my body, but now it was beginning to feel like I had a major case of breast envy. Of course, Katie noticed all the attention I was paying her chest and said teasingly, "Sissy's jealous, isn't she?" And the truth was, Sissy was. The next week, Katie bought me something called chicken cutlets. They were silicone inserts that you put in your bra to move them up a size. She helped me put them in my bra and then dressed me up in one of my cutest dresses and a pair of wedges. In no time, the cutlets really felt like they were a part of me. I loved the feeling of the weight inside my bra. I loved feeling like I had my very own breasts. We developed a new routine. I would get home from work and shed my male clothes. Sometimes I would dress fully, but usually I would just put on my bra and fresh panties. And my falsies, of course. Weeks later, we were cuddling in bed. Katie's arm was wrapped around me, delicately tracing her finger down the shoulder strap of my bra. Continuing to the cup and across my chest, Katie pondered. "You know, it wouldn't take much to get you breasts just like mine. Real ones. Just little ones that you could probably wrap and hide under your suit." Just the mere thought of it made me melt. I let out a contented sigh and nuzzled into her approvingly. She proceeded to lightly massage my falsies, squeezing and kneading the breast forms into my chest. I have a feeling it won't be long till Katie and I take the next step and have more in common than just matching underwear.